How are you?
Good morning, teacher.
How are you today?
Fine, thank you. And you?
Fine, thank you very much. I'm glad to be here.
Okay, teacher.
Okay, Lorena. So today we are going to go through, there is no PowerPoint because we have finished the different topics. What
Yes.
we are going to do today, first we are going to read together the activities guide and evaluation rubric. Okay?
Okay, teacher.
So have a look on it and
Yes,
then we will go. I sent it last week. Did you receive it?
I opened this.
Okay.
Okay, teacher.
Okay. So here we have, this is the main structure of the final exam. Okay. So the main objective of the exam is to test the progress and impact that these speaking sessions have had on you, the learner's skills to express yourselves in English. Okay? So it's not that we are going to talk about something different or something weird. No, we are going to see if you could retain some of the topics and also the orientations that I gave you during the tutorials.
Yes, teacher.
Okay.
I understand.
Okay, very good, Lorena. And then we have the description of the activity. And here, each student will book a 10 minutes slot to answer the questions prepared by the teacher during the 16 lessons. So this will be on Tuesday, the 8th of May. Okay.
No, I don't understand this part.
Okay. So here today, because you are here, you are now the only one. You can choose a slot. Tú puedes escoger la hora, ¿sí? Hoy yo tengo aquí los tiempos.
Yes.
Okay. And the exam will be on Tuesday. Tuesday, that's the 8th. Tuesday, the 8th.
Yeah, 8. May. Okay.
Okay. So Lorena, because you are very punctual, you can choose. You can choose, for example, the interview lasts 10 minutes. Okay.
Okay.
So you can choose, for example, from 10 to 10 past 10, de 10 a 10 y 10, o de 10 y 10 a 10 y 20, o de 10 y 20 a 10 y media.
Okay, teacher.
Choose. Which one do you want?
10 10 a 10 y media me sirve. ¿De? 10 y 10.
A 10 y 10. Sí, no te vas a demorar mucho.
No.
It's normally, I'm going to ask you to introduce yourself. I am going to ask you to, for example, tell me why did you choose to be an English teacher? This is something that I'm going also to ask you. And things that maybe you have now more or less 5 semesters, no? That you are in the UNAT. So what would you like to change if you could in the UNAT?
Okay.
Okay, so you can start thinking about it.
Okay, the 10 minutes are speaking or writing and reading?
No, only speaking.
Okay, perfect.
But you can always, you know, if you don't have If you don't make the 10 minutes, it's not a problem. The important thing is that what you speak in a good way. Okay?
Okay.
This is something important. If you speak, for example, 7 minutes or 8 minutes, that you take the time to speak slowly and to speak properly.
Okay, teacher.
Okay?
Okay, teacher.
Okay, Lorena. We will come back to this first point. Good morning, Emerson.
Good morning, Paula. How are you?
I am fine, thank you very much. What about you? How are you?
Yes, I'm fine. And again, I apologize for not being in class properly. You know, I told you my reasons before, but I feel embarrassed for not being there because, you know,
I
you are
understand.
dedicating time for us and I can't always be here. Um, and even today, I can be here until 11 o'clock only in the
Okay.
morning. So I'm gonna be with
Okay.
you only for 1 hour because I have a very important meeting, so I can't postpone it.
Okay, I see. Thank you for your apologies.
Can you hear
I
me?
Yes, I can hear you very well.
Hello? Oh,
Yes, I can hear you. I can hear you,
can't
Emerson.
hear. Sorry, teacher, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay. I was telling you that for today, I'm going to be here until 11 o'clock only because I have an important meeting and I can't postpone it. So I said,
Okay.
okay, I can't be the whole class, but at least I can be 1 hour. I'm going to be there because I can't miss anything else.
Okay, Emerson. Okay.
Thank you.
Today thank you for letting us know. For today, there is not PowerPoint today because, as you may saw, we are reviewing the guide for the final exam, and
Yes.
we are booking the timetables for your interview. Okay?
Oh, perfect.
So now Lorena has already booked her time from 10 a.m. to 10 past 10. It's around 10 minutes, okay?
Mhm.
And I have available also from 10, half past 10, no, sorry, from 10 past 10 to 20 past 10. And then from there on. So you can start thinking which timetable suits you better.
Okay. That is going to be for next Tuesday.
Yes, this is going to be next Tuesday.
Okay. I would say, yes, I think I can take that slot from 10 past 10 to 20
Mhm.
past 10.
Okay, 10 past 10. So from 10 to 10 o'clock from to 10 past 10 is Lorena, who is going to have the interview. Then from 10 past 10 to 20 past 10, it will be Emerson.
Right.
Okay. Now, of course, if somebody finish like a little longer, so you will be patient, okay? I ask you to be patient because sometimes the connection is not very good or there is a problem. So keep in mind this order, okay? And we will do this in the best way, okay?
Okay, I understand.
Okay. Good morning, Auris. How are you?
Morning, teacher. How are you? I thank you, teacher.
Good, Auris. I'm glad that you're here. And good morning, Sandra.
Good morning, guys. Good morning, teacher.
How are you?
Very well, and you, teacher?
Thank you. Yes, I am fine also. Today we have a sunny day here that helps to be happy.
Yes.
Okay, so today, as you saw, there is no PowerPoint because we are reviewing the guide for the final exam. I sent you this guide. This is a Word presentation, okay? And we are booking the timetables, okay, for next Tuesday. So there are two slots already booked. I have available from 20 past 10, okay, 20 past 10 to half past 10. I don't know if Sandra and Nauris want to take that slot. Auris, do you want to take? ¿Quieres reservar ese tiempo desde las 10:20 hasta las 10:30 para tu entrevista?
Yes, teacher.
Okay. From 10:20 to 10:30, that will be Auris. And then, I don't know if, Sandra, do you want to take from 10:30 to 20 to 11?
Okay, teacher.
Okay. As I was saying to Emerson, this is like a general order. We will see, because some of you may take longer, some of you may take shorter, okay? But you know that we will start by Lorena, then Emerson, then Auris, and then Sandra. I will be connected from 10 to 11:30. And the students that if they don't book today, okay, they already lose some points, okay? We are going to see the rubric, but as you saw on the email, today is the only day where you can you can choose your timetable, because it's important to be here in the tutorials. And if by any circumstance you cannot make it on Tuesday, you have to let me know, okay? Because I have to submit your grades and everything on the 11th of May. So there is not much time, okay? So we are going to continue, because we have already started with Lorena. Please open the document on Word that is called Speaking Final Exam. Okay, this is a Word document, and we are going to read it through. Okay?
Yes, I got it. I am opening the document.
Great. So as you will see on this document here, you have the guide and the evaluation rubric. So you said you first saw the objective. Maybe Emerson, you can read it for us, please.
Yes, teacher. The main objective is test the progress and impact that the speaking sessions have had on each learner's skills to express themselves in English.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay. So here I'm not going to ask you weird things or complex grammar structures. No, I am going to ask you to introduce yourself in a short way, but it is important that you use the correct grammar structures, okay? The things that I have correct you, okay? So then I'm going to ask you, why did you choose to become an English teacher? Okay, what are your strengths as an English teacher? What do you think that are your strengths? And here you will have to use the expressions that we learned to give your own opinion. And also I'm going to ask you about the weaknesses, these points or aspects that you need to work on, okay? For example, when I was younger, for me, my voice, when I speak, people think that I am a little girl, so I have to work on my voice, okay, and make it sound more professional. And is this also something that I have to do with my attitude? Okay, if you see me, I am 1.52 meters. I am a short person and a slim person. So when somebody, for example, enters into my room, say, "Where is the teacher?" Because people usually think that I am also a student. And this is something like my professional attitude and everything, something that I needed at that time to work on, okay? So you can already start thinking, what elements do you consider that you need to work on, okay, to be a good teacher, okay? And there is also a question about I would like you also, this is something personal, if you could change anything from the UNAT courses and methodology, what will it be? If you had the opportunity to say, I would like to change this, okay? These are in general. But I am going to ask Lorena to read the whole description of the activity. Please, Lorena, the point number 2.
Description?
Yes, please.
I read?
Yes, please. You read.
Okay, description of the activity. Each student will book a 10 minutes slot to answer the question prepared by the teacher during the 16th session. The question will be about themselves, their choice, like and dislike, strength and weakness, and well as their plans and perspectives as teachers.
Do you understand weaknesses?
No, teacher, I don't know. What is this?
Debilidades.
Ah, ok. Habilidades, ¿qué?
Fortalezas. Strengths
okay.
are more fortalezas, and weaknesses is more regarding your debilidades, the things that I was explaining you, things that you need to work on. Okay?
Okay.
Is it clear for everyone the description of the activity?
Yes, for me it's clear.
Sandra?
Yes, teacher, yes.
Okay. Auris?
Yes, teacher.
Okay. So we continue, and there are a few competencies, a few skills, okay? First, we have the linguistic competence, the linguistic skills, okay? Maybe Sandra can help us reading it. This is the third point.
Me, teacher?
Yes, please.
Competence. Linguistic competence. Learners practice the use of the specific vocabulary and form of the different tense reviewed during the speaking lessons. Continue, teacher.
No, is there any question in here?
No.
No, for you, the others, is it clear for you?
Clear.
Yes? Okay,
Clear.
if you have any question, you just say, teacher, I have a question, so we go on. Okay, so continue, please, Sandra. Social-linguistic.
Social-linguistic competence. Students express themselves in a coherent and appropriate manner, practicing the knowledge they have acquired.
Acquired. Okay. And finally, we have
pragmatic competence. Learners put into practice the different topics and explanations given by the teacher during the speaking session in order to talk about themselves and their perspectives as future teachers.
Okay, during the speaking sessions, very good. So here is not only what we have learned, okay, but how are you going to use it? For example, this, I try to make this interview like something that if you were going to have a job interview as English teacher, maybe in a bilingual school or later on in the university. Okay, so this is like a simulation of what they are going to ask you. Usually, maybe you have had already job interviews, okay, and they are always asking, what are your strengths? What are your weaknesses? Okay, this is something important, not only that you speak English to speak English, but in order to have a purpose. Okay? Okay, we are going to continue.
Okay, so I think it's important to review all the material that you sent us through the speaking sessions, right?
Yes, and here specifically on the next point, we are going to see the specific topics that I will be grading. Auris, can you read, please? Question number 5.
Topics.
Topics, yes, the topics.
Topics. Introduce yourself. Give your opinion. Agree and disagree.
Agree and disagree.
Simple and present. Present continuous. Simple past. Simple future. Modal verb.
So we have the simple present is very important when you are going to introduce yourselves and give a brief summary of you. If you say, I would like you to use the correct form. This is important, okay? And after we finish reviewing this guide, we will go topic by topic and you can ask me questions or doubts, okay? But you can always have a look on the discussion the sessions that we had, but focus more on the grammar, okay? The different grammar topics that we studied, okay? Okay, so here we have the classroom environment. As I said, I will log in at 10, before 10, okay? And I will stay here until 11:30, okay? There is here in the 6th number, there are some resources and additional references. So, for example, to introduce yourself, there is a special link. There is also to give your opinions. There are more things. I suggest that you start reviewing this so you have enough material to watch it. Okay? Good morning, Diana. How are you?
Morning, tutor. Really good. And you?
Yes, thank you very much. I am fine. Can you read, please, the number 8? We are working with the speaking final guide. Okay?
Okay.
The criteria. How many points is this exam?
Points 10. With grammar 2 points, fluency 2 points, vocabulary 2 points, pronunciation 2 points, and aptitude 2 points. The total is 10 points.
10 points, exactly. So, thank you, Diana. So, for example, if somebody arrives that day, okay, but the person didn't assist today, this person already loses 1 point in attitude, okay? So, this is something to keep in mind, and the person will have to wait until the other pass, because I am not going to interrupt any of you to see the other person. You see, that's why I sent the email that today it was capital to be here. Okay, Diana, I have available for you from 20 to 11 and 10 to 11. Is it okay for you? For your interview?
I don't understand, teacher.
Estamos organizando los horarios para la entrevista. ¿Sí?
The final interview?
Yes, I wrote here in the chat. Tengo disponible de 10:40 a 10:50.
Yes, it's okay. No problem.
Okay. So far, the order that we have, we will start by Lorena, then we go with Emerson, Auris, Sandra, and Diana. Okay? This is the order. Okay, this is something important that I would like to explain also, and we like to ask you, what do you understand by fluency? What is fluency?
Maybe expressing the ideas in a proper way, not, how do you say that, vueltas, like hanging around, no, walking around.
Turning.
Yeah,
Yes, turning around.
yeah, yeah. So the thing is, try to speak in a fluent way that you can express everything you want to say in an organized way and using the grammar and good pronunciation.
Exactly. You're totally right, Emerson. Here in fluency, I was telling Lorena at the beginning of the session that it's important that even if you don't speak the 10 minutes, maybe if you speak less, it is important that you avoid saying, teacher, because this shows that you didn't prepare yourselves. Okay, so it is important that you prepare yourself in advance and you say, okay, my name is ta 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 ta, and you take the time to breathe. So when you breathe, you give your brain the time to think, okay, what I'm going to do next. And you can also take some notes. Okay, first I'm going to say this, second I'm going to say this. Okay, so it is important that you avoid hesitating. Okay, because hesitation doesn't help you in this case. Okay, and don't worry about the time. For me, it is more important that you speak with a good vocabulary, with the right structures. And if you make less, no problem. We will wait and then we will continue with the others. It's not a problem. Okay, is it clear for everyone?
Yes,
Yes.
teacher.
I think the suggestion of writing before speaking is a good way because with open questions you start thinking about many things and you don't organize it in the right way. So I think that writing what you're going to say, it's a good way to organize the information and then you can speak more fluently.
Exactly. Fluency comes when you avoid like the hesitation, okay? And fluency, usually we work fluency by writing. Maybe you don't have to write complete sentences, but keywords like, okay, in the first point, I am going to ask you to introduce yourselves, okay? So what I'm going to say, I'm going to say my name, first name, age, where I live, my hobbies, my interests, my family, okay? You can always you are free to add what you want, for example, in this first part of introducing yourself, something that you think is important. Yes, Sandra.
No, teacher, I know.
Okay.
For me, it's clear.
Okay, so like for you say number one, okay, what am I going to say? I'm going to talk about this, this, and this. Okay, and you have it. I am not going to forbid notes. It's important because sometimes talking in Spanish is difficult. I understand that talking in English is it's even harder. Okay, but the important thing is that you have time. You have Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. You have 4 days left, and maybe I sent this guide last Monday. So if you see, you have more than a week, okay, to prepare yourselves. This is very important, the fluency. And the attitude, this is also important. It is regarded, and is the same as here. If you arrive on time, if you make, if I see, maybe I don't say, but I realize when the students read the emails and read the PowerPoints because I feel them prepared. And if you have seen the grades that I have sent, if the person arrives late or if the person doesn't take the time to read the information that I sent, for me, is that the person doesn't have the right attitude because the person doesn't come prepared. Okay, and it will be the same during the final exam. If the person arrives late, or if the person is like, oh, what? Excuse me, what did you say? It shows already that you are not prepared. Okay, so this is something important that you should remember. And these final sessions is divided into 30 points. 20 will be the sessions, okay, and 10 points will be the final exam. The sessions are the ones that we made from the 15th of April on, okay? So you shouldn't be surprised. If you haven't been there, the grade is not going to be great, but if you have been there and you have done the work, the grade will follow, okay? And of course, if you are here for the exam, this will help you also a lot. Okay, I don't know if regarding this you have any questions.
No, I think it's clear. I think that, for example, in my case, that I haven't been during all the speaking sessions, I know I'm not going to get the 20 points, but at least the times that I have been here, they are going to be taken into account for a grade, I think.
Exactly, and I don't know if the teachers, because I send the grades, but I don't know if they have already shared them with you. Okay, but usually if you are here and if you have a good attitude, I try to give you the best points I can. Okay, I appreciate every effort that you made. Now, if you aren't here, it's something that I cannot help. Okay.
Yes, understood.
Okay, so we are going to move into the doubts session. We are going to start by the first topic is introducing yourself. Okay, maybe you can have a look on the PowerPoint presentation and let me know if you have any specific question regarding this, or if you hesitate how to say this or the other. Any questions regarding this? I give you maybe some time so you can have a look on the PowerPoint. This is the first PowerPoint that I sent, and you let me know if you have any further question, okay?
Yes, I'm looking for it in the email.
Okay, take the time, There is no hurry. Take the time, and then you write me when you're ready. I'm going to get some water, okay?
Yo te prendo el de
I have any question, teacher?
Yes, Lorena.
Is the step 4 about the first presentation?
Mm-hmm.
When I want to speak about my hobbies,
Yes.
are say the verbs always in infinitive?
Okay, it depends. You can, for example, when you say my hobbies are, okay,
Mm-hmm.
you can say my hobbies are swimming, riding a,
Mm-hmm.
riding a horse or riding a bicycle. It's better to use the ing, okay, if you
Mm-hmm.
say my hobbies are, because here
Okay.
this become the nouns: skating, swimming, okay. Now if you say I like, with add like you have two possibilities. Either you say I like skating, or you can also say I like to skate.
Ah, okay.
That's why it depends, okay.
Okay, teacher.
Is it clear
Thank you.
for you? And you can also
Yes,
say
teacher.
I don't like, for example, I don't like, I don't know, I don't like eating vegetables. Yes?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you can
Ah,
use
okay.
both. For
Depends of the context.
depends
Or
on the verb. If you use like, you can use both. If you use the verb to be, my hobbies are, or my
mm-hmm.
pastime activities are, it is better to use the ing.
Sí.
Okay? This is important. This is an important
Okay.
question because we will see, I don't know if you have already learned, but in the advanced English, normally you are going to start verb patterns, okay? Verb patterns, it's a topic that teaches you when to use ing or when to use the to plus infinitive, okay? And here you will see this more in detail. Okay, so if you use, for example, I want, the verb want always goes before an infinitive. I want to be, okay? Or I want to drink, or I want to search, okay?
Okay.
Is it clear for you now, Lorena?
Yes, teacher. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, great. What about the others? Any questions regarding the first topic, introducing yourself?
Yes, it's clear for me.
Okay, Emerson. And the others? Diana, Auris, Sandra, any questions? Auris, yes. Any questions?
No, teacher. I know.
You don't. Sandra?
No, teacher, I understand that I use the different verbs with respect the, for example, simple past and simple present, with respect the topic introduce me.
Okay, okay. Here something important to remember is when you say your age, this is for everyone because this is a typical mistake. Remember to use the verb to be, okay? I'm, for example, 35 years old, okay? I'm 23. Whatever age you have, it is important to use the verb to be.
Not saying I have 20 years old.
Exactly, because we.
It's complicated.
Sorry,
No, I don't know.
this is a common mistake, and in grammar, this is wrong because you are making a direct translation from Spanish. Okay, so stick to the verb to be. I am, or you can say both. You can say I am, or you can say I'm. Okay, and also when you say I'm a student, okay, I'm a musician, for example, in Sandra's case, okay? Or I'm a finance advisor, for example, in Emerson's case, okay? So remember before the job or the profession to use a or an, okay? This is something important to remember. Okay, if there are no further questions regarding this, we will move to the next, the giving your opinion, okay? Here, you are going to talk about your opinion about two important things. First, your strengths and abilities. A second, what would you change if in the UNAT? Okay, so I don't know, have a look on the presentation and let me know if you have any questions. Also, if about the pronunciation of something. Okay, you can always ask if you are not sure how do we pronounce this or this, you let me know. Take your time. Do you have any questions? Do you need more time?
No, it's okay for me. I have no questions about.
Okay, thank you, Emerson. The others?
No, teacher.
Okay.
There is a question on the background.